voices in your head. You've put your courage to the test, laid all your doubts to rest. Hi everyone, in this first episode of the Intuitive Queens, I have the pleasure to have with me my friend Beata, who is a modern femininity and self-love coach. Hi Beata, please introduce yourself.
Hi Mara, nice to be with you here. So as you told, my name is Beata Przystalski, and I'm sitting here in a beautiful country of Germany, and I'm very happy that we have this first episode of your podcast together.
I'm so grateful for you to be here. I'm so excited.
And yes, I'm happy.
Perfect. So you became a coach a few years ago. Do you want to tell us a little bit your story of how you went from corporate to coaching, and what was your calling, why you decided to do that?
Oh yeah, of course. So I was working in a fashion agency, and I was a very, very money-driven sales representative. I did a good job in selling a lot of stuff, and I was a good woman of not feeling herself. I was some kind of just workaholic and very out-driven. I was not feeling my body. I was not feeling myself. I was not loving myself. I was not treating myself good in this a couple of years.
And what happened?
Yeah, so it was like maybe the peak of my outliving world, or of outliving life. So I had a breakdown. Mm-hmm. It was some kind of a burnout.
Yeah.
In the first time, or during the time, I could not realize why this happened to me. The strong, powerful woman, and so tough, and after 1.5 years or 1 year, I realized, oh my goodness, this was my breakthrough. So I really had to be with the knees on the bottom. It's I had to realize how much I'm just in the function mode. Is it right?
So I was autopilot, you mean?
Yeah, autopilot. Yes, completely.
Yeah.
So and my life started to change from this day on. I started to be more quieter, intuitive, and I started to look to different to other things. Mm-hmm. And as it is in life, you see books, you meet people, you have some kind of inspirations, and so
So you said that you were very driven. So was everything okay when you were in your corporate world, or you were just making it okay?
I was making it okay, definitely. Okay. So I was sometimes I was very ill. Mm-hmm. And I had disease. My body was not in a good position. So I thought it was everything okay, but it wasn't. I was not happy. I was not satisfied. I was not healthy. I was partying, drinking alcohol, and just pushing everything down. What was would like to say, stop.
Yeah, and that's how your body told you, okay, now you need to listen.
Yes.
And what was that thing you were mentioning, a book or something? What was that thing that made you switch, or at least made you become a little bit more aware?
So it was a travel. So in this, after my breakthrough, I like to call it right now breakthrough.
I like that.
Afterwards, I was traveling to Bali. Mm-hmm. And it was nearly 1 year later. because after my breakthrough, I was not, oh my God, right now I want to change everything. No. I went back to the corporate. I went back to do my daily job as I was, as usual. But everything in my body and my brain and my heart said, no. Yeah. So I tried to come back. So 1 year later, I did a travel. It was like a calling. Something in my inner voice said, go to Bali. And I, no, it's not the right time to go to Bali. Yes, it is.
I love that.
So I went to Bali, and I booked myself in a course, Women's Hormones Balance.
Okay.
And so I was there, and it was a course for about 7 hours, and in all it was approximately 1.5 hours of a yin yoga class, which was terrified for me. It was a disaster, because my body was not my body do not love to be still or in breathing, relaxing, and so on. And for the next 5 hours, the teacher was talking about women's femininity, about being in balance with the hormones, living with the cycle. And I said, oh my God, we have a cycle? What's this? Oh my God, why nobody told me this before? Why nobody is telling us this?
That's right. Yeah.
Why nobody is teaching this significant part of our life, feminine life?
Yeah.
Why nobody is teaching us this to us? Yeah. So from this travel on, everything changed. I realized how my life is just exhausting.
Yeah. And so when you came back to Germany, what happened? How did your body react? Because I know for myself that in the last few months of work, I was like, I cannot do this anymore. But your mind tells you, okay, no, wait, this is not the right time, until something else tells you, enough, you have to go.
Yeah.
How did that work out for you?
So it was definitely my everything, my completely system, my inner voice, my outer voice, my body, everything said, no, you can't do it longer, or you can't do it without having a plan or changing something.
Yeah.
So I was waking up with, I don't want, the small feeling of, I don't want, I can't, I feel not good, I feel tired, I have pain in my belly, I have headache, and sitting there, I can't, I don't want, I could not be the person or the salesperson as I was, because I realized, no, this is not really my truth.
Yeah.
And this was, as I realized, and this was very, it was very strong. I'm not telling my truth, my truth. Is it right?
Yeah.
Yes. My truth anymore. So it was, I'm lying to myself. So, and I wanted to stop this. So as I came back to Germany, I was searching for sisterhood. I was searching for women's circles, but in Germany, at this time in German, I could not find anything.
So how long ago was this?
It's now 4 years ago.
Okay, so it's not even that long ago.
No, it isn't.
So what did you do then, if you couldn't find any other community that could support?
So I couldn't find a community in German. So because German is my mother language, I'm very, very, I wanted to explore, maybe in my town, in my area, I thought there will be some kind of sisterhood or gatherings, but I couldn't find. So I started to explore on the webs, on the Google and so on, for English women, and so one woman, one, and then it was okay. Right now I'm at home, so I found some women where they were very inspiring to me. So they inspired me a lot. And then I found a woman, she was at the Beautiful You Coaching Academy. And I saw once I bought a course from her, it was Head to Heart. So this is what was one of my biggest desires, step from my head in my heart.
What was the thing that was difficult for you? Because I know this is something that happens to a lot of women, and they struggle to get off their head and go a little bit more into their self, into their heart. So what was the most difficult part for you?
To realize that there is more. It's just, so, I had a very good job. I had a good salary. I had a beautiful flat. I had a nice car, and I could do travels and so on. So it was for me, do I really want to give up this?
Yeah.
So hard for this, to have this position. So my brain was saying, my head, my ego was saying to me, do you really want to give up this? You was working for this since 7, 8, or 10 years.
Yeah.
Especially in this position, I was for 7 years at this time. So do I really want to give up? It's
the
crazy.
Comfort. Yeah.
It's not secure. And then I had the course, Head to Heart, and I read a book, The Power of the Heart. And I realized, okay, there is a much, much stronger force than my brain.
Yeah.
That my brain is not there, or my ego is not there to make these happy life decisions and to bring me to a happy, fulfilled life. It's my heart.
Yeah.
So I went into the forest and I asked my heart, what does it want from me? And I asked my life, what do you want from me?
That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. And I like that you said that, because I think people don't forget to talk to themselves, forget to ask. So we talk about our heart, our soul, our intuition, but people think it's something outside of us. Instead, it's very much within us. So we just need to ask ourselves and talk to ourselves and say, hey, what do you need from me?
Completely.
Yes.
I realized at this point, I do not realize that I have a soul, and my soul has a purpose, and I'm a beautiful human being, and I can do what my soul had. My soul had the plan. So it was my beautiful life, my lovely life. What do you want from me? Instead, I want from life. I want from life. I want. So I changed the perspective, and I changed the way of asking. And yes, from this on, it was like plop, plop, plop. Everything shows up in my life.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it was amazing. And when I think back at these times, it was like a wonder. It was magic.
It's a power of the decision. You had made a decision to change your life, and in a way or in another, things started to happen.
Yeah. Yes.
So
completely.
At that point, were you still working, or? Yeah.
I was working, and at that point I opened up the page of the Beautiful You Coaching Academy. It was like, oh yeah, I'm at home.
I had the same feeling. So Beata and I went to the same coaching school, and yes, when I opened the page, it was like, this is it. Yes. Yeah.
And years after, I talked to some other coaches, and they asked me, how did you know, and what was the criteria of the coaching academy? And I said, it was like this.
Yeah.
So everything in my body, my feeling, my every cell said yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I looked at my credits or savings. Yes. And I saw the amount. It was a little bit more there, but it was like, okay, when I'm paying this, it's empty, but okay, to do it. This is my dream. So I commit myself to do this course and to be completely to change my life, because I wanted to be there for women. I wanted to be the person who I really needed at this time.
Yeah. And that is amazing that you say, I wanted to commit myself.
Yeah.
Because I think that the committing yourself to yourself is the most powerful thing that we could possibly do for ourselves. And then things start to slowly happen, but committing to yourself is the most beautiful, most powerful, and things start to happen. And as you said, you couldn't find the person that you needed, so you became that person.
Yeah. Yes.
And that is amazing.
Yes. Really, I really had the strong feeling. I want to spread this knowledge of the feminine cycle. I want to spread this knowledge how women can live without being completely burnt out, or without being some kind of not feeling herself.
Yeah.
So coming back home to myself. And yes, it's completely, I wanted to be the person I needed so badly.
Yeah. And I think that it takes a little bit of time to understand what exactly you need. But as you said, you ask yourself.
Yes.
And that is one, I think, brave step to do, because we tend to ask everybody and try to put ourselves aside for whatever we have in our life. And we forget to ask ourselves what is important for us, what we need, what do we need?
Yes. And this is, I have a lot of people saying to me, oh, this is so brave. You are so brave. And I can just tell one thing. When you do something from your heart, when you ask your heart, and when you're open to listen, and when you're open to change, everything.
Yes, I
to feel better.
Yeah.
I didn't felt like it wasn't the feeling, oh, I'm brave. So it's my path. I have to go. It was like easy going. So, and this is what I hear, and I try to explain a lot. When it's head driven, when it's ego driven, it's maybe it's hard, I need to be brave. When it's heart driven, it's like, okay, that's my path.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that it's from day to day.
No,
it could be not. But if it's a hard decision, it's like, okay.
You have a sense that something is gonna happen and you're gonna be all right.
Yes.
You still have that fear. You still have that fear anyway, because I think fear is a natural anyway, but it's not that fear that blocks you. It's that fear that it's kind of like you're excited and you're afraid, because obviously you're going through the unknown.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're like, something's gonna happen. I'll be fine.
Yes.
I'll meet someone. I'll get that, whatever that is. And you don't know, but you trust yourself.
Yes. I was trusting. In this moment, I was trusting my life, because I asked my life, my heart, what do you want from me? And maybe it's because of the book, The Power of the Heart, because I really love this book, because it was so powerful for my change, so powerful for my life. So I recommend it to read it.
Okay, I like that. So what happened after? Because obviously you started coaching, you started studying, and you were going to work still. How was the balance for you? Because I know that like the more you study certain things and the more you get into certain things, that when you started coaching or self-development in general, it's all about positivity and changing and going up. And work-wise, you start to feel detached from that environment. So how did you manage to go through and continue to do your job without being too much affected, if that was the case, if you managed to be kind of detached from the situation?
So to be honest, it was a double life. So the course started in October, and I had at my desk, I had one I don't know what a place you want to come to.
A picture?
No, so I had a date. So the course started in October, And I had the date, it was April, I don't know, 14th or 21st of April. I'm in Brisbane.
Right.
And because on this date, the coaching academy came together for an inspiration day. And in this day, I will have my certification and I will. So this was, I knew that it's 6 months or 7 months of really having one focus. So I had this date. I had a picture of our lovely teacher, Julie. And I had another sentence, a quote: work hard, stay focused, surround yourself with good people. And I don't know, the last sentence, I don't know. So this was what I was just focusing on. My focus was, okay, I want to get this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was working. It was some kind of completely old life, exhausting life, because it was a normal 9 to 6 job. And besides, I had to do this course in English. It was my first course in English at this stage, so big. So I'm sure I was learning and reading more than everybody on English, because I had to translate some
lot of things.
Yeah, but it was, I felt, yes, this is what I want to do. And I don't want to stay anymore in this job. I don't want to give my time to somebody else and to money.
Yeah.
I felt there is, it's a helicopter. I felt that there is more in life. And I decided that I want to have, and this was my biggest, what was driving me. I wanted to be self-determined, to work and to live self-determined, and to live a balanced life.
A balanced life, which is really important.
Self-determined was the biggest topic for me. Yeah.
So when you finished the course, what happened? Did you manage to turn straight away into coaching? How did you manage? Because obviously, I know for me, you see all those people already doing it, and you're like, oh my God, yeah, I'll leave my job, I'll do this, and things are a little bit different. So I want to hear from you, how did that go?
So it was a very fast, crazy way. So the course started in 2016, and end of 2016, and I had the idea of being self-employed or running my business in 2018. Maybe beginning, or maybe middle 2018, so approx 1.5 2 years later. But at the coaching academy, I was working with a coach. And in the beginning, in the end of 2016, so just 2.5 months later, after the course, the start of the course, I took the decision, no, I cannot. I cannot do this long time. So the work with her, the coaching, was really opening myself and commit more than ever to my wishes, not to what I think it's the best for the company. It's just what's the best for me. So 3 months later, I was sitting with my boss, and I said, I'm so sorry, we will not work together anymore. Maybe for the next year, like a freelancer, I will be there, but I want to open up my business. And he said, yeah, crazy. He was, yeah. And another 2 weeks later, 2.5 weeks later, I said, I was sitting again with him, and I said, I'm sorry, I'm leaving in 3 months.
Wow.
So yes, so the coaching brought me definitely to the decision, what's the best for me, what do I really, really want deep in my heart. And I'm so grateful, because I think I was not able to do this as a decision just by myself, because nobody told me this before.
Yeah.
Do
So
what
were
do
you not
you
afraid when you talk to your boss to be like, you know, I'm not gonna have a salary, because obviously that's where you started from.
Mhm.
So what kind of fears did you have in that moment, even if you went through it?
In this moment I had the fear that I was working for such a long time there, and I had some kind of, I have to do good for this boss, for this agency, and I cannot leave them alone. And yes, there was some kind of, okay, what's next with money? In Germany, we can the government is supporting us for 6 months if you
Start
you
your
can
business.
ask.
Oh, that's
Yes.
amazing.
And I knew that, okay, there for 6 months there is some kind of money coming in, but after the 6 months my bank account, my savings was empty. So I knew, okay, after this 6 months I'm really on my own. So yeah, this was the thinking, but the fear, the really big fear, was not there. But because once again it was heart driven.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So let's fast forward a little bit.
Yeah.
So when did you actually start? How did you start your business? Because I assume there's been a little bit of adjustment from when you left your job, when the course ended, to when you actually started to dig into the coaching properly. What was the first thing that you did? How did that go?
So, the really first thing, what was very important for me, what shows for me the new world, was a workshop. So the workshops, the Women's Hormones Balance workshop. So for the first time, I was sitting in a women's circle. So my idea, and my first steps was to run workshops and to introduce women to the moon cycle, the femininity, the lifestyle, balanced lifestyle, to the woman in a workshop. So I was running workshops, and I was jumping into social media. I had a beautiful social media coach. He helped me to understand how it works with Instagram and Facebook, because I was afraid of, okay, I have no website, I have no clients, I was afraid of this, and this was so blocking me.
Yeah.
And we figured out, okay, without having this, how can I attract clients, or how can I attract women to help them? So it was definitely a big part for me. It was my workshops, because from my workshops I was traveling also all over Germany, and having workshops, seeing women and having beautiful friends, but also coaching clients. So it was a match for me to do what I really want to do, not just because I love coaching, but I also love to be with women in a circle. So at the very first step, I thought I have to decide. But then I realized, and maybe because there was an inspiring woman in Bali, and she said, she was talking about her story, why she was taking everything what she loves to do together. And I remember her words, and I said, no, I don't want to decide. I can do both because I love both. So once again, hard decisions. It's also what my heart wants. Yes, it's.
And I agree on this. And I think that for people that started their business, whatever that is, it doesn't have to be coaching, but when you follow your purpose in a way or in another, you then have to start building your business on a more practical level. And you hear everybody, the expert of Instagram, the expert of this, the expert of that, telling you you need to do this and you need to do that. But I feel that at the end of the day, you need to collect as much information as you can and then choose for you what works for you, because not everybody is the same, and you don't need to choose, or you do need to choose, but it's up to you. And again, it's asking yourself, shall I do this or that? How do I do this? Which sounds really silly at times because we're not used to do that much. But when we actually do that, then you start to get messages and you start to have feelings of which direction you need to take.
Yes, absolutely. You know, and this year I was, for the first time, I was giving a teacher training. And I said to all of the women, please, I'm not your guru. It's not the way what I had, or my way. It's your heart telling you what to do. You have to ask, you have to trust yourself, your source, your voice, and then it will become easy, or easier. It will become magical. It's not the way from the other person. Yes, collect the information, talk to inspiring people, definitely. But ask yourself, ask your heart, ask your inner voice, and be open to listen to the crazy things what will come. To the crazy.
And that's another thing, I think, listening and really understanding the messages, because as you said, you read a book. So there were messages in that book, and sometimes it's a song, and sometimes it's something that someone says. Whatever that is, we get messages all the time, but if we are not able to listen, of course we don't know what to do. And the next thing is to trust that that's the right path for us. Okay, so I just want to talk a little bit more about exactly what you do and how you help women, because you talked a lot about the menstrual cycle and how we balance ourselves. So tell us a little bit more how you help women, and what is the benefit they have once they come to either a coaching session with you, or your training, or your workshop, and after that, tell us where we can find you.
So I was my absolutely idol client because I was so much head brain driven, logical. I was a woman just being in this mode of money, of going to sports for have good shape, without having, I don't feel good, but I have to go. So I was a woman just being in the outside, having party, having toxic relationships. And I don't just mean the relationships with men. Also my job was a toxic relationship, because I was giving all of my time, all of my power there. I was completely in the outer world, not feeling myself. So what I'm doing right now, I'm helping women to realize that there is more, that they can live in a balanced life. So what I mean, we have a cycle, a moon cycle, and we are not just in our energy like all of the time, all every day, the whole month in the same energy. We are not. We are living in different phases, in different stages, in different energy levels. And if we know them, if we use them, we can live more balanced. And we can reduce pain, or menstrual pain. We can reduce body issues. So it's definitely a healthy way. And we can open up ourselves to a new life, maybe. So yeah, I'm helping women to understand themselves, not to so I help them to love themselves, to feel worthy again, to feel, to have self-esteem, and really to come back to ourselves and see how beautiful the life can be when they come back to the to her embodiment, and to her body, to her soul, to her femininity.
Yeah. And that's a powerful thing. And I think it also, once you understand that, you can also understand if you have a business, if you need to work when your energy is higher and when your energy is lower. So you can also manage yourself in terms of things to practically do when you are at work. So you can have meetings when you are in your best energy, and you can decide to just do minor things, which I know is very difficult in a corporate environment because you need to follow what other people tell you to do. But even still, you can know when you work better, you can manage yourself. And if you have some good people you work with, maybe you can have this conversation with them, and they can understand you. So yeah, absolutely. So go ahead.
Yeah, it's not, I know for some women it's just, oh, how can I do it? I'm alone. And my vision is to spread it so wide that we come back to our natural state.
Yeah.
Because we are not living right now our natural state. The women are fighting against the femininity, against the natural state, and it's time to stop this fight.
Yeah, we need to be who we are, and we need to celebrate who we are. Because
Yes,
once we celebrate and understand who we are, we can become anything.
Yes,
there is so much power into that.
Completely. And this is why self-love is so important to me, because for myself, I realized that everything is shifting. My completely outer life is shifting when I love myself, when I feel worthy, when I feel good in my body, when I love and accept myself.
Yeah.
When I
and
like
it's nothing to do with the way you look or the way you dress. There's nothing to do with that. It's inside of you.
So everything is shifting. My connections, my relationships, my business, everything is shifting when I love and accept myself, and I feel worthy, and I love to be with myself.
Yeah, I love, that's another key thing. It's loving to be with yourself, not feeling the need to be with someone else because maybe, I don't know, it's the weekend, you don't have any plans, and you go crazy because, oh my God, what am I going to do? Or in loving yourself and feeling good with yourself and be able to do everything. Yeah, that is really powerful.
It is. I realized that in my life, that I'm just loving myself. I'm just being with myself. And from this point, from this feeling, I'm an inspiration for other people.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's wonderful to see women blossom up, and to see women realizing this power, this energy.
Yeah, and as you said earlier, once you start to love yourself, everything around you shifts.
Completely.
So the people you hang out with, and because you need to match your energy with the right people, you will attract what it is that is good for you. But you need to understand that first. And instead of giving your power away, hold your power, and everything will come.
Yes.
Oh, this is so amazing, Beata. Really. Okay, so before we go, because we're almost right at time, I just want to know where we can find you, and I will put all the details in the boxes below and in the notes. And also, if you have like a couple of advice for the women listening to us on how they can find their balance and love themselves a little bit more in situations where they might be struggling. So
So you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. I have two ways, and at the this is my coming online workshop or online course. So I highly recommend. Love Your Femininity is starting at the 1st of November. So there we dive into the feminine cycle, self-love, and more.
Amazing. So guys, if you want to know more about this, she's the girl.
Yes. So my advice, my biggest advice for women who don't know their cycle, connect with your cycle. So this is when you connect, start to track your cycle, to following your cycle, you start to going step by step into yourself, into your inner world. And there is just try to understand and be gentle with yourself, that everything what you experience, everything what your body is saying, or what the needs of your body are, it's okay. Don't fight against it. So to start easy, just start at the first day of your menstruation. This is the first day of your cycle, and the day before your next bleeding is the last day. If a woman is tracking her cycle month by month, she will see, oh my goodness, at day 11, I wanted the same food last month and the months before, and I wanted to do the same exercises. So like the moon, like our beautiful Luna, we will see that we are being a cyclic being, and we understand ourselves so good that a woman can do sports when she has really the force. She will not battle against herself or fight against herself. She will love and embrace her feelings, her behaviors, and yeah, it's coming home. It's really coming home. Yeah. So this is the biggest advice, and the other things will follow automatically.
Yeah. And there are apps that are free, and you can track everything from how you feel, how much is your cycle, what you do, and everything, all the symptoms that you have prior, in the meantime. So it's really very easy right now. You don't really need to have pieces of paper that you lose everywhere. Everything is on our phones, so it's really easy to track and understand more about yourself.
So for all English guys, I highly recommend Claire Baker. She's I guess London based.
Okay.
And she is amazing. So I know I'm doing my work in German at this time. So when some guys wants to check and to dive in Claire Baker, I can highly recommend her.
Okay, well, maybe next time you will do one in English. Who knows?
Oh, yes.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Beata, and thank you. It was so amazing. And for all of you, please check her out. And if you have any questions, just email me through my website, www.theintuitioncom.com, and I will put all her details in the boxes below, so you can get in touch with her and ask her all the questions that you need. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Your mind is clearer than before.